Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it to her. She is suffering from a major, major loss, but she is here with us, the one and only Miss Sarah Farasia.
David, today is a dark day in the TLC world. And you know, and a quote and video linked and quoted by Daily Mail. 1,000 Pound Sisters, Tammy Slayton, one half of the 1,000 Pound Sisters, her husband, Caleb Willingham, suddenly passed over the weekend at age 40. Huge. Daily Mail, linked one of my videos. We don't know this. We don't know any of the details. What happened? It's wild.
You are to TLC what I am to Bravo. It's like, now let me tell you something, and
True.
I'm
I
not,
love these shows.
I'm
Yes,
not capitalizing on this, but I'm just saying, like, because it's horrible. I mean, even I have some emotions and know what's right and wrong. But like when I was on the BBC, yes, I am making this about myself. When I was on the BBC for Jerry Springer passing, when I was like, because when viral
yes.
and Haish passing, you do, if you are an expert in a category, you do get calls. So for you to be in the Daily Mail because of Tammy's passing, you are the TLC expert. I am really sorry for your loss, this gentleman. Was
Well,
it
he's really sweet.
overweight?
Well, that's what everyone's speculating. So he met Tammy Slayton when they were in a health facility in Ohio, basically to address, they both are very obese. She was 762 pounds when she checked in. She's now under 400. She's like 300 and something, 300. There's like rumors she's like 330, 340. She's lost like almost 400 pounds. She looks great. So they met in rehab, and there's a whole backstory. He supposedly found out she was going to this rehab. He felt like he had a connection with her through the television, goes there. They end up falling in love. They get married and engaged within weeks. They only officially got married this past January. And then about a month and a half ago, the Sun dropped a story that the two of them had separated because Caleb was still in the health facility and gaining weight. He was not taking his, health seriously. Tammy was living her new life, and she's also gotten bariatric surgery. So supposedly, and supposedly Tammy Slayton's family was encouraging her to leave him. He posted this Facebook message and says, look, if you're following me because of my wife, don't bother. We're no longer together. She's ditched me or whatever. So nobody knows the full story. I mean, he seemed actually really sweet on the TV. He really seemed sweet on 1,000 Pound Sisters. Like he was madly in love with her, but it was a whirlwind romance. We don't know the causes. And I am obsessed with Tammy and Annie Slayton. Like they are, I feel like I had this dream that I was going to go to Kentucky and interview the entire family. And it was going to be like my Diane Sawyer, John and Kate +8 launching interview. And then Tammy Slayton blocked me. So
She blocked you, girl.
dreams are shattered. Yeah. So I'm not unblocked. I'm still blocked. And but anyway, sad thing for her. Yeah.
That's a tough one. And listen, I don't want to make light of anyone's passing, but you sit up here on your soapbox every week, Sarah, and you are so anti the use of Mounjaro and the GLPs.
Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah.
Glutides and the Ozempics. And yet, for those of us that have shed the 40 pounds, or, I have a bunch of patients that I've helped put on it with my healthcare professional. Some of us say that, carrying hundreds of extra pounds around is actually unhealthy. And so, you think there's all the issues with actually taking the medication. There's a lot to be said about, and by the way, that bariatric surgery, this pen.
That doesn't work either, by the way.
No.
Only
the
5%.
only thing that works is fucking Mounjaro and semaglutide. Okay. Someone the other day said, you're bragging about not eating. You are disgusting. Guess what? When did I say I wasn't a disgusting person? When? Go on.
Good point.
You got me riled up, girl. You got me riled up, and I'm supposed to be calm, David, when I'm in the hand.
I just had somebody leave me a 1-star review about what is your obsession with people using Ozempic. You're fucking disgusting. People could be saving their lives. I always say this: use it. Where have I said don't use it? Take it. I have just said all diets stemming back from fen-phen, which was a FDA-approved weight loss drug in the 90s that then ended up creating holes in certain people's hearts. I just think there are going to be major consequences for this drug. And the reason we have an obesity epidemic in this country is twofold. One, it's the shit that's in our food. And Ozempic does not address that. If you're taking Ozempic, but you are still eating McDonald's, which you can do, as you know, it's just in smaller bites. You are
anything.
You are feeding the sugar addiction to your body, the depression, addiction to your body. You are not helping your body. We have chemicals in our food in the United States that are banned in Europe, and people are not outraged about that. That's number one. Number two is the affordability of food. Don't even get me going, and I will shut up after this. Also, the healthiest foods in this country are the most expensive, which is disgusting because weight sometimes, not always, is correlated with income. And it is sickening that people in this country who do not make hundreds of thousands of dollars do not have access to organic foods. Although Walmart is one of the biggest distributors of organic foods, it's somewhat affordable. Organic meats, so many hormones and shit are in our foods, and we are feeding that to our children. That's one of the reasons you're obese. And the second one is it is emotional trauma, like alcoholics, like drug addicts. And you can live without alcohol and heroin. You cannot live without eating. And we do not address the fundamental trauma in our country that has happened. People are abused as kids. They have traumatic things happen to them, and food becomes comfort. And instead of dealing with those feelings, which are very hard and takes years to overcome, it's not a quick fix diet. We are a country of, I want to look sexy now. I know okay, sorry, I'm moving on.
I'm sorry. I'm being rude because, guys, everyone that's watching the videos and I'm pretending to fall asleep. I'm sorry.
No, I'm moving on.
This is why the people say I'm mean to you. Listen, no, I'm just a little bit upset at your girl. You're the horse you back. That Simpson.
I'm mad too.
What's the name over there in Orange County? What's the name? Is it Emily or something? There's an Emily Simpson on one of these shows. So now at least she admits it. But again, I got a problem with Emily Simpson. I got something for her. I don't like this, I'm not on Ozempic, but I'm on semaglutide. It's the same fucking thing. So she's admitting it. I still think she was being crafty and trying to make her statement. It's like, bitch, we're past that. We all know what semaglutide is now. It's the same thing. So she is admitting it. I still think that her initial statement was to try to pull the wool over people's eyes. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. And semaglutide is Ozempic, is Wegovy, is Mounjaro. Yes, there are different fucking peptides there. This one's not there. It's all the same fucking thing. You take a goddamn needle out of your goddamn asshole and you stab your fucking self with it to lose weight. Call it whatever you want, Margaret Joseph, with your peptides. You're on the fucking juice like the rest of us. Admit it, like David Yontef.
Also, what was wrong with her before? She was attractive. What was she, all of 40 pounds overweight, maybe? What was wrong with you before? It's sad that she's spent all these years. Every season she looks different. It's you're beautiful. You are gorgeous. I think it's sad that people just don't love